I'll tell you about the top 5 passive income investments. And if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button below for more life-changing material. Number 1. Real estate. Real estate is virtually always on any list of the best passive income investments in real estate. There's a valid explanation behind this. Real estate, in my opinion, is one of the most practical passive income investments that you can do. Let's look at why that is, as well as some of the disadvantages of this investing strategy. Before we get started, let me clarify that when I talk about real estate in the context of generating passive income for the average person, I'm talking to leveraging a residential real estate property to do so. There are other sorts of real estate, such as commercial properties and land, but chances are those are assets that you have the means or desire to buy. Now that that's out of the way, we'll dress them up. If you inquire of me for a variety of reasons, residential real estate is one of the most practical passive income investments you can make. First and foremost, we all require housing. We all need a roof over our heads, whether we reside in a luxury apartment building in your city or are still living in our mother's basement. This means that the service you give will always be in demand. And with property prices increasing in the last year, there will inevitably be more renters on the market, which is a financial externality you should be looking forward to cashing in on next. Let's speak about sustainability. There are a plethora of techniques to generate passive income, but some are more trustworthy than others. What's fantastic about using a real estate property to generate passive income is that the business model remains the same in 2022 as it is in 2052. Obtaining property, finding a tenant, and exchanging your services for money will always be the process of earning passive income in this manner. That's all there is to it. Finally, renting out a home is a simple passive income plan that most individuals can grasp. Unlike starting a difficult web business, purchasing a house, advertising it, and renting it out is a straightforward process. Now, before you call your agent and become the next real estate millionaire in your town, let's go over some of the disadvantages of this investment. First and foremost, there is a cost. As I previously stated, housing prices have risen dramatically in the last year, making purchasing a home to use for passive income a financial challenge for many people. Furthermore, making passive income through real estate has its own set of difficulties, ranging from finding a suitable tenant to dealing with repairs and upgrades. Most people believe that earning rental income is a hands-off activity. However, if you have the funds and the patience, I believe real estate is one of the best investments you can do if you want to generate passive income. Investment number 2. Online businesses. I know it's hard to believe, but there are better things to spend your time online than watching cat videos or going to the hub. One of these is, you guessed it, starting an online business. Now, I understand that the idea of making money online, especially in this economy, may seem impossible. If this sounds like you, don't panic. None of us were born with internet knowledge. However, if someone like me can learn to make money online, so can you. Let me share with you some of the ways I make passive income online, so you can get a taste of just a few of the alternatives available to you right now. I make passive income online in 3 different ways. My 2 YouTube channels are my principal source of online passive income. As a personal finance YouTuber, I make content on a regular basis, with my videos pinging now and again. For example, I have a video from almost 2 years ago that still pays me a few $100s. When you consider that you published over 300 videos in a month, you can see how that adds up to a significant amount of passive money. Writing on Medium is the second option to earn passive cash online. While this is a newer online venture, earning income from the Medium Partner Program while still using my content as a lead magnet to sell my online courses was a simple approach to expand my personal brand. Finally, there's my drop servicing business. If you're unfamiliar with drop servicing, it entails obtaining contracts for work, outsourcing that work to someone else, and collecting the profit difference. Finding clients who require animation skills, and then outsourcing the work to my team is what I do. Now, I understand that earning passive income through an online business does not appear to be an investment in the traditional sense, but it is just as much of an investment as the other investments I'm discussing with you today. It takes time, money, and in most cases, both to build an online business. On YouTube, for example, you're spending money to purchase the equipment you'll need to make your videos. If you're writing a blog, on the other hand, you're devoting the time necessary to create content that will hold your readers' attention. If you're prepared to put in the effort to learn how to use an internet business to generate passive income, there's no better method to make money while you sleep, thanks to its minimal beginning costs and great earning potential. Another excellent way to get passive income is to start an internet business. The third investment. You know how wonderful it feels to assist people out, but you know how much better it feels to help people out while also making passive revenue. Furthermore, peer-to-peer lending. It is entirely possible to accomplish this. Now, this may be a method of making passive income with which you are unfamiliar, so let me explain what peer-to-peer lending is, how it works, and some of the advantages and disadvantages of this passive income model. What is peer-to-peer lending exactly? When two people come together to meet a loan or borrowing requirement, this is known as peer-to-peer lending. For example, if your Uncle Frank needs money and you lend him money, you are technically engaging in peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending, to put it simply, is any loan transaction that does not involve a bank. While you may not charge Uncle Frank interest to borrow your money, when it comes to lending money to others, you have the opportunity to earn passive income through interest. What's the best way to go about it? Allow me to explain. There are many online platforms that connect borrowers and lenders, such as Lending Club and Upstart. On these sites, you can examine borrowers' needs and deposit as little as $25 into a borrowing fund. The benefits of this passive income strategy include the fact that, as previously said, the initial investment can be quite little. And once you've given your money over, whatever interest you get involves no effort on your side, not to mention that money returns can be highly lucrative, often reaching double digits. While the returns can be tempting, peer-to-peer lending is not a perfect passive income investment. For starters, many borrowers on peer-to-peer lending platforms enter these sites due to a lack of creditworthiness, which means you'll have to take on a significant amount of risk to make this method of passive income worthwhile. Furthermore, there is no secondary market for peer-to-peer loans on degeneracy, which means that if you invest your money, the only way out is to let the loan term expire. As a result, peer-to-peer lending is unlikely to be a source of passive income or an option worth considering if you require liquidity. ETF that pay dividends are the fourth investing option. Dividend stocks will almost always be included on any list of the greatest passive income investments. I'm not about to change my mind. So, let's speak about why dividend-paying assets are another option you should think about if you're looking for passive income. Dividend investing has become one of the most popular subjects in the world of personal finance in recent years. This is because most people have been sold the fantasy that if you build up a large enough dividend portfolio, you can retire to a beach in Mexico and sip pina coladas for the rest of your life. The dividend checks are coming in on a daily basis. Well, I don't want to propagate this fantasy that only approximately 1% of people have a possibility of realizing, but it is true that earning passive income through dividend assets can be this simple. So, let's have a look at how you can make money this way. Selecting firms that will continue to give value to you as a stakeholder in the form of a quarterly dividend check is the core of any dividend investing strategy. There are, however, thousands of companies that pay dividends. So, how do you know which ones to put your money into? There are a few ways to make the process easier, such as investing in a dividend aristocrat, which are stocks that have continuously paid out and increased their dividends over the last 25 years. Even with the shortened choices, the choice between 3M and Coca-Cola must be made. So, in a sea of winners, how do you pick the proper company to invest in? You don't, plain and simple. This is why I prefer to invest in dividend ETF rather than individual dividend-paying equities. Let's face it, the majority of people can't tell one good company from another. With a little research work, you may reap the benefits of diversification and passive income by purchasing an ETF that owns a number of dividend-paying firms. Number 5. Turn knowledge into a product. If you've made it this far, you're in for a treat because investing in information that you can productize and make money while you sleep is one of the best passive income investments. First and foremost, what is productized knowledge? I know it seems complicated, but trust me, it's not. It's just that the knowledge you have gets transformed into a product that can be disseminated at scale. What most people don't realize is that producing significant sums of money involves two crucial elements: value and reach. People are prepared to pay money for anything you create. It's a sign that you're adding value, and then there's reach. Simply, the more people to whom you can add value, the more money you will earn. And while most people have something valuable to offer, it's frequently in the reach that they fall short. And I speak from personal experience when I say this. I used to offer one-on-one YouTube coaching to those who wanted to start and expand their own channels on YouTube. Well, it was amazing to work so closely with my kids, but I quickly ran into a problem. Simply put, the demand for my time outstripped my capacity. As a result, I began to turn down clients, which meant squandering the progress of those who wanted to work with me on YouTube, as well as leaving a lot of money on the table. This is when I realized I needed to adjust the way I communicated my YouTube experience and knowledge. Instead of spending hours on the phone with my students, I decided to build a six-figure tuber course, in which I provided all of the secrets and tricks I used to earn over $100,000 per year on YouTube. I've been able to separate my time from my income as a result of this. I was not only able to share my knowledge with more individuals, but I was also able to make the service more inexpensive as a result of this. Given my limited time commitment, I was not expected to participate on a regular basis. As a result, if you're wanting to invest in a way to earn passive income, consider what knowledge you can gain that can be turned into a passive income asset. It was an online course for me, but it could be a web series you host, an ebook, or an educational software for you. Regardless of the channels you use to offer your skills, obtaining important knowledge, and developing a method of disseminating costs time and money up front. However, once that passive income begins to flow, all of your hard work will have been well worth it. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to upgrade your life from the one you have to the one you deserve, click the subscribe button right now.